Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus, Wiley, out here in NYC stomping, crushing the buildings with the dog pound. Damn right, West Coast on mine, homie. Nah, it's love out here. Since I'm out here, you know I had to do this story about St. John's University. My man Mike Anderson, their former basketball coach, is now suing them for $45.6 million. And that 0.6 matters. Let's talk through it. All right. So the former coach, Mike Anderson, said he was fired with cause in March only so the school could avoid paying his buyout and use the money to hire Rick Pitino. Ooh, that's a headline right now. So $11.4 million was left on his contract and an additional $34.2 million for punitive damages, basically the mental anguish. Look, you woke me up a couple of times in the middle of the night with the fear of what will I do next? I don't know. I lost my job. I don't know what's going to happen to me and my family. $34.2 million, please. That's what he's suing for. All right. So according to the termination letter, Anderson was fired for failure to create and support an environment that strongly encourages student athletes who are in the men's basketball program to meet all university academic requirements. Y'all starting to smell something? Failure to perform your duties and responsibilities in a manner that reflected positively on St. John's University, in actions that brought serious discredit to the school, and failure to appropriately supervise and communicate with your assistant coaches. Oh, did I add that that they hired Rick Pitino on March 10th, right around this time? Y'all see this? So Anderson, coach is like, dog, y'all tried to offer me a buyout for less than my $11.4 million on my deal before the school accused him of fictitious problems with his program and fired him for cause. Y'all catching the beats. All right. So they in conversations with Rick Pitino, probably quietly. They come to Anderson. Can we get a buyout with you? Look, you ain't did nothing wrong. We just want to, we'll move on. And they ain't going to tell him why. They got Rick Pitino on line too, right? So then they're like, can we move on from you? And he's like, for what? And then they're like, we just, here's a buyout. We'll make it easy for you. You're good. He probably obviously balked on that. And then next thing you know, we got to fire you. But we're going to fire you with cause so we can keep this money. Oh, insert Rick Pitino. And that's the switch-a-roo. Woo! And they got caught up in it, it sounds like. So obviously, St. John's is disputing it, saying that these are wildly inaccurate claims here. And this only other part that's interesting is they tried to say that it was because of the academic requirements, even though in 2020, St. John's actually had its highest cumulative GPA in the conference, and it was the first time it ever did it in program history. Sounds like they did all right. Now, COVID hit, and obviously everything slipped, probably all conference-wide, and he said, look, that wasn't on me. That was a COVID-related situation, but the crazy part about it is they also try to fire him and say, well, you weren't holding up to the standards that promoted the integrity of the university. And in his documents, he said, the hypocrisy of firing me and hiring always around some trouble, Rick Pitino. I wonder how that's going to help your promotion of integrity for your university. He said, this dude is enmeshed in one highly publicized, sensational scandal after another over the years. Your Honor, case dismissed. Get this man his money, not all 45.6. Look, you got fired. They're going to pay you something. Okay, that's fine. They fired you for a cause. So you were like, dog, you're going to pay me something. But 4 to 5.6, just because you had some restless nights, that ain't it. But I do think he deserves some money because you can just see the switcheroo here. One, the switcheroo in terms of, I tell you guys all the time, every deal is done way before the deal is signed, way before you're supposed to do the deal. Illegally, unethically, whatever you want to say, at the combine, before free agency starts, we are working on deals, right? In the entertainment business, in the sports entertainment business. Y'all remember when Damian Woody got caught up? Well, was going to leave ESPN to go to Fox? They've been working on that thing forever and got to the goal line. And then ESPN was like, nah, B. And then it got ugly behind the scenes. Y'all didn't catch all that. But the point is, People work on this stuff all the time. Woody had another year or two on his deal there, and then they made sure he wasn't getting out of that deal. Point being, so this is the same situation. You know, you got your headhunter out there, you got your agents out there, and then all of a sudden, over coffee, Rick Pitino's name comes up. He's right there at Iona. You know, that's not far from St. John's, all in New York City where Marcellus is crushing the buildings. Oh, you know what we should do? I don't know. I mean, if there ever was an availability and an opening at St. John's, a revered university with a storied basketball history, I don't know. If you had a top tier coach like Rick Pitino, that would be a good landing spot. Why? Oh, it'd be redemptive for him. You know, he's done great at Iona. He's cleaned up his image, or at least people don't talk about him enough because he's at Iona. So no one is talking about Rick Pitino in a negative way. And what do you know? All right, you know what? I'm going to think on that. I'm going to chew on that. Then you go up to Mike Anderson and you're like, how you like it here at St. John's? He's like, what? And they're like, you're like, where'd that come from? What you mean? I'm doing all right. And he's like, you could be doing better. Our kids could be doing better in class. Our institution could be doing better in terms of reputation. And you got a laundry list of issues now. Because basically, the girl you with right now, all of a sudden, you finally got a look from that fine girl you always wanted. And that's what happened. That switch-a-roo occurred, and Mike Anderson going to get paid for it. Not 45.6, but he about to pay up. They going to give him some of that dough.